Since this is going to be a mini series, and you're going to see 3 consecutive videos that are about 5 minutes long, and about some quartz here found in North Carolina. Fine specimens, museum grade specimens. Both I'm answering a request as well as wanted to make a platform. See, the videos on Indian Trace are never something where the artifacts are either less or more than the talk or the ideas or information shared. And these are some fantastic ones. Or the information shared being more valuable than these artifacts are, because it's all united, it's all one and the same. These individuals, the souls, every individual soul that's made, each piece here, represents an expression of history that has to do with the same expression of history you're making right now with your life, and the decisions you make, the information that you share with other people, the choices you make, and how you live. So to me, it's all, see all these souls represented here. It's all one and the same. Now, I really had to do this mini-series in quartz because it was a must. Of course, white always indicates purity. Look at this piece here. Now, the piece right here is a great piece. It came from the clay pot. This piece came from W Properties. Most of these were and are available, if you can find them, live finds on Indian Trace. But I had to do this. It was a must. There's an investigative journalist whose name is Jerome Corsi, who has put out an incredible bit of information. And I vetted it out. I go through, and this piece here is from Sacred Sands. Hasn't been open in a while. It's a great piece, though. Great artifact. But, with the information that I hear, I immediately go and I correlate that information with other people's reports. Libertarians as well as conservatives, and even liberal, if I can stand to listen to it for a while, because I don't find any credible arguments. I wish I did. I really do wish I did. But I'm going to leave it at that. Jerome Corsi is an incredible, I'd say, gift to the community. Look at this piece from W Properties. I believe that's an old point. When I say old, I mean early archaic. Could be different, but I think it is. The first report that I'm going to link to this video is about the restoration of this republic. And if you're a person out there who doesn't think that our republic, and they fired me up. I was going to make videos last night. They fired me up in terms of confirming things that were already known, things already in my heart about what was going on. Look at this point from the dunes. Quartz work. Check out the bases and what have you, if I can hold it still enough. Our republic is being restored right now. Not just through Donald Trump. It's not about his name, one name. It's about many people, many patriots at the top who are working to eradicate and restore the republic from an organized crime syndicate. I know it might sound so deep, and some of the stuff you're going to hear in these reports is deep, and it will allude to some reports that are going to get ready to come out, and some things that are going to get ready to happen in this country, and they must, if we're going to drive the corruption out the best we can. Not that people aren't going to make mistakes. Here's a point right here from B&B Field. Great find. Super happy finds, as I call them. Now, anytime you find a find that looks like these, it's a happy time. This point right here in the middle is from the Cove. Anyway, I knew I had to make a couple little series of short videos, highlight some really fine artifacts, and be able to share some links. Jerome Corsi does his job to investigate these things that are going on. News that definitely is not going to be shared in the mainstream media, of which they are forbidden to report anything but what is given to them right now from the people who are controlling them or blackmailing them, or worse. People, it's hard to believe I mean, I know I've known what was going on for a while, but for a lot of Americans, it's going to be hard to believe how encringed the corruption was, how true some of the what I would call despicable things that have been going on are. And for years, it hasn't been anything new. You can go back 10 years, 20 years, and listen to our president, to Donald Trump, talk about these things that were wrong with our government, with freedom, with the free market, with the nation, and how they needed to be addressed. There's nothing new. He's only carrying out visions that he's had for years that are finally supported by many patriots. It's unbelievable, really. It's just, but Jerome Corsi puts it together really well, and he's pretty much a liberal himself, really. He's a libertarian, but it's good to see the unity. And there is a huge amount of unity in the country as I finish this. Don't let anybody fool you. The majority. And if you looked at the electoral map that goes across this whole nation, not because I choose one way or another, but it is exclusively and completely red for the most part. A few urban centers are deep blue, but that's it. That's it. Look at the voting centers. So here's the first one, and just absolutely great points for you just to get a good close-up of. And really, number one, I really had to put these up there. The link is astounding. And I really vet. I've gone through 20 to 30 to find something that I think changes the way you feel about things and moves you and motivates you, inspires you. Thanks for tuning in.